All right, let's check out what's going on with Fable, and let's see if what we're hearing, good, bad, and ugly is true, or if the game is even coming out at this point. We'll see what's going on. The main attraction.
Hi, welcome to Playground Games, where I'm thrilled to share our very first deep dive into a game we've been making here for a really, really long time. Fable.
We know. We almost thought that it was not going to exist. That's how long you've been making it. Let's see what's going on.
Playground Games is renowned for fun, immersive, and visually stunning open-world experiences. Since 2010, we've been developing the Forza Horizon series right here in Royal Leamington Spa, a charming little town in the middle of England. As Horizon has grown, so have we. Over the past few years, we've built a new team to carry that reputation into a new genre that we are incredibly passionate about. Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios, the original creators of the franchise.
Shout out to T-Jap. He says we're 177.25 from tier 1. Thank you, T-Jap. I appreciate that. One thing I noticed about these studios is almost all of them look like, how do I put it? They look like adult daycare centers. Does that sound fair? I'm not telling them to be miserable, fucking ugly offices, but I'm saying they all have random fruit fucking laying around and little tables that they sit and have coffee at. It just looks like an adult daycare center, bro. It's like an adult leering center. Yeah, an adult leering center. It's like, bro, do you guys work? Is this why this game took so long? I don't know. Yeah, restaurants. It looks like a nice restaurant. That's how a lot of these studios look. They look like nice restaurants. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway.
Although our game is a new beginning, I think what we're making is really faithful to the spirit of the classic Lionhead trilogy that we all love. At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you to be a hero?
And again, they have the girls in the background, bro. What do we do? Why are you doing this? Does nobody else think that it's so awkward to try to pretend like you're working in the background when somebody's talking on camera? I don't think these girls are actually working.
Our game is about choices and their consequences. It's packed with action, drama, British humor, moral dilemmas, and quite a few chickens. All of this combined in a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
In classic Fable fashion, you begin the game as a child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
Not grandma.
Venturing out into the world is a huge moment because this is Albion like you've never seen it before. Idyllic rolling hills, magical forests, bustling villages, sleepy hamlets, oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas.
Just so you guys are aware, okay? The last trailer that we saw about Fable, I said multiple times on stream that I thought the game looked pretty good. From a visual standpoint, a detail standpoint, I thought it looked extremely good. It almost looked too good to the point where I was questioning whether or not it was even real or not. That's how good the environments looked. That's how good the graphics looked, how good the detail looked. And it also looked like they changed the female character slightly to make her a little less butchy. But, I mean, she was still looking pretty much almost the same. But, in terms of the environments, in terms of the animals and all that looked really good. Although I did catch that they didn't show her face just now. Maybe they don't want to show her face as a child, probably. I'm not sure. But anyway.
And because our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
We can't wait to welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the old clock tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts, rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty and criminals. You'll spend plenty of time here during the game, as you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golden.
In the north of Albion,
Oh, that's rough.
you'll find mountains,
That's rough. Where is it at? Let me go back. Where is it at? Oof. That's rough. That is definitely rough. I will say I like his armor. I'm trying to see the positive here. I like his armor for sure. Okay. Well, there you go.
In the north of Albion, you'll find mountains, craggy coastlines, spooky marshes, and the bleak, windswept city of Bloodstone.
Looks nice.
Here, you'll meet the leaders of two rival gangs, vying for power, and uncover the secrets of the sinister but extremely well-organized Cult of Shadows. Our Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are special, different.
Interesting. In this trailer, it's running at it seems like 30 FPS. That's how this looks like it's running. It's a little bit on the laggy side, and the detail is not the same as I remember it in the last trailer they showed, which makes me wonder if they did fake it or not. I don't know. I'll have to see more. Anti-Federal is playing with a 5. That is not the question Fable should ask. It should ask, what if a corrupt hero's families from different towns met, and the hero has STDs from neither while running a global theft ring? That's a hell of a question.
Stronger than regular people. They're more skillful, more charismatic. More importantly, they're those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world around them. They have the power to do what they want.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
Oh.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads.
What? What? Bro. So, okay, well, number one, that's good because that's how previous Fables were. Right? When they say character heads, do they mean the body changes too, or do you keep your feminine body but change the head? Hold on. I need to hear more. Why didn't you show this in the beginning?
Hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars. So the hero you play represents you.
Bro, what? So this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Now, here's a couple things. Number one, character creator, that's not shocking for a Fable game. Because, well, it's just not. Number two, I'm not surprised that they're only going with facial, head sliders. Now, it looks like the body does change depending on the kind of head that you choose. But the reason why they are, the reason why I think they're only going for the head slider is because I don't know if you guys realize this, but a lot of modern RPGs are no longer doing the body character creator. Very few of them are ever doing that. A lot of them, I mean, look at what Avowed did too, as well. A lot of them are taking the easy route and they're only allowing you to customize the face, the head, the hair, etc. But the body is just very generic. You know, the body's super generic. And there's a lot of reasons for that. It could be cost cutting. It could be laziness. It could be to avoid controversy by either giving too little or too much, right? Like they don't want to give you too much titty because they hate that, but they don't want to give you too little titty because then they're going to say, people are going to say it's a man, so I feel like a lot of them are playing it super safe. by going with the really simple androgynous bodies, but then letting you go crazy with the facial customizations. Yeah, it definitely is the easy route for sure. It definitely is an easy route. There's no doubt about it, right? 100%. They are doing it on purpose so that the chuds can't make big boobies. Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? Like I don't doubt that at all. But it's super simplistic character creators, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. I think this is another example because Avowed did the same exact thing, no body slider whatsoever, and you can only customize the face, and that was it. You know, but that's the negative side. The positive side is that I don't have to play as this fucking chick, which is what started all the controversy for Fable in the first place, which leads me to believe that if you had all this planned from the beginning, you would have showed it from the beginning. I partially feel that you added this character creator after the fact because you didn't want to deal with the backlash from the character that you showed in the beginning. You know, I feel like this is a Band-Aid. This is like an after the fact addition. I can't shake that feeling. I don't think that this is something that they had since the start. Because if it was, then you would have showed this the moment the backlash was happening, the moment all the like you would have showed this, right? Anyway, let's see what else they got. All right, enough with that.
But as well as your appearance, you can be the hero you want to be through the way you play, through the skills and abilities you learn, and through the weapons you use.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives us style-weaving combat.
Hell yeah, bro.
Allowing you to show off your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike.
I'm not gonna lie, like now this is what I want to see, right? Because the detail in the previous trailer was pretty high, and now if you look at some of what we're looking at here, the detail is really high here, right? But I gotta admit, like this shit is running rough. This shit is running at 30 FPS. It has to be. I could see the lag. It's not just like StreamYards or anything. Like I see the lag in the trailer. But the combat looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit looks pretty nice. Let's continue.
Allowing you to show off your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike.
That was cool.
Melee is at the heart of our close quarters combat. You'll use light and heavy combos, often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers.
You think the lighting needs work? I don't know. I think the lighting looks pretty good. What do you see wrong with the lighting? Like this last area right here, I think this is a really good example of really top tier lighting. Where you have the torch on the right side, you have the light from the entrance of the cave on the left, and it's shining just enough. You know? It looks a bit easy for the combat. Oh, I'm sure the combat's going to be easy or fairly easy. You know, Fable wasn't exactly known for like super hard gameplay. It had its moments, but it was more about the exploration, the RPG elements, the story. I think it looks fine. This looks pretty good.
And executing stylish finishers. Swap to your ranged weapon to bypass enemy guard and deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
That was really cool.
We're excited to be bringing back some fan favorite adversaries for you to fight. Hobbs are back, as are Balverines, Hollowfolk, and Trolls.
And we're adding brand new enemies too, like this fearsome cockatrice, a giant fire-breathing chicken. Each enemy...
You guys notice how in all of the combat footage, they are not using the female model. They're not using her. They only showed her for like 4 seconds and that's it. And all the combat they're showing with this male character. I just find that to be interesting.
Family is different, with their own weaknesses to exploit and defenses to overcome. But with all...
I'm so pissed because all of this would have been solved if you would have just said that there is a character creator from the beginning. Even if it's a simple character creator, at least telling people hey, like other Fables, you'll be able to create your own character. You have your own hero in Albion that you could go through, and we're just utilizing this character for our trailers, and that's it. You could have saved so much drama. You could have saved so much bullshit. So now it's like it's course correction. Yeah, it is course correction. Like you are. I know the character creator is new. I know it's new, but that's my point. Like it's new because it's trying to counter the bullshit that the game has had out of it. You know, you doubt they had the character creator then? I know they did it, but that's worse because then it shows that you're trying to backtrack. You're trying to backtrack. You're trying to say, okay, well, we'll give you a character creator so that you're not stuck with the ugly fucking character we made. You know? At least they listened. Yeah, they did listen. They did listen. And the combat looks really good. I had no issues with Fable when it came to the environments, the potential scope of it, the characters. Apparently, they're going to have a lot of NPCs, but we'll talk more about that as this goes on. The main issue was being forced to play as one particular character that nobody liked, right? And it was so obviously that kind of a character. So this is cool. I do like the character creator, even if it is a simple one.
All the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies, is up to you.
It does look super easy. Or it could
But
just
there's
be what
more
they're
to being a
playing on.
hero in Albion than fighting. So much more. When we talk to people about their favorite memories of the original games, so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you weren't just being a hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me, what I remember most vividly are the inhabitants of Albion and the things you can do with them or to them.
The crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game where you could just mess around with the villages and townsfolk.
That's true.
And we've built that same experience in the middle of our game too. Buying a house, getting a job, making some money.
See,
Romancing-
that right there is huge. That right there is huge. It's huge because if anybody's played the original Fable games, you'll know you'll be able to do all that stuff. And one of my biggest concerns was that they were going to be lazy with it and they weren't going to add that to the game. So that is cool that they're going to allow you to have a house, get a job, do all that shit. I think that's definitely sounding more like a Fable game now, for sure.
Villager, getting married, having kids.
And you could get married. Okay, there you go.
Date.
Perfect. You can get to know me better.
Buying another house. Buying every house in Albion. Buying every business in Albion. Getting rich.
Really?
Marrying a bunch more people, having a bunch more kids, probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
And this game within a game is unique to Fable. It's systemic, interconnected, and you see the ripple effects of the things you do
A game about marriage and having kids. Wow, that's what year are we in? what year are we in? What am I hearing right now?
everywhere you go.
And all of this revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality. You could follow any one of them for a day and just watch them live their life.
They'll get up, go to work, spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
But what's even cooler is that you can talk to every single one of them in fully voiced conversations and interact with them in loads of different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe the bed they sleep in is in a house you own because you
Yeah, see, look at the lighting here, bro. Come on. The lighting is definitely not a problem. The lighting is tip top in this game. 100%. Really quick, we got Speedy Cake with a 2. They are there to distract from the in-game females. Thank you. I appreciate that. Vet Gamer Bocephus with a 10. Bell Wright character creator was good, but they used the Bethesda Starfield Circle of Death. You can only play a 2x6 board or a beach whale. I see that in several new games now. Yeah, I do think that it's kind of sad that we have now, like, we're in a world now where unfortunately a character creator is considered controversial, where it's either too much or too little, right? You either got too much titty, too little titty, too much ass, too little ass. So now they want to go with the most bare bone character creator to play it safe. And I think that's unfortunate. I think that really kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Adair Salta with a 5. That's a new feature. The original, you never had kids hypno. That's awesome. It's going to be good then. It's going to be good. Let me check Rumble really quick. We got Torinol with $1. Veilguard also had a character creator. Trash options or no options till I see otherwise. I expect the same. Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. Nobody liked Veilguard's character creator. It was awful. And it's crazy. You want to know why nobody liked it? It's because the sliders didn't do anything. The sliders, like if you're choosing boob sliders, it either goes from bee stings to essentially a 2x4, like cardboard. Like you're either flat with a nipple or you're flat with no nipple. That's really what it was. So nobody liked it. But anyway, let's check this out.
Or the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
Oh yeah, put their ass out there on the street. Fuck that guy. I don't know why I thought this said an autistic commoner. That's terrible. It says an artistic commoner, but I thought it said autistic commoner. Whoops. Anyway.
All right.
Oh, it's you. You're awful.
And all of the stuff you do affects what they think of you.
You're a legend.
Yeah, you see this detail? This is what I'm talking about. The detail's crazy. This is what I saw in the last trailer. The detail's fucking crazy, but I'm starting to think the detail's probably too crazy, and it's going to lead to some really bad performance. I don't know why I'm feeling that way. The trailer is running at like barely 30 FPS if they're lucky. I don't know, man.
Everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive. Now that's an hero right there.
Morality has always been super important to Fable. That tension between good and evil underpinned all of the original games.
That right there is one of the major missing things that Avowed, like, bro, it pissed me off to no end. Like, Avowed in a way that you could do it, but like Veilguard, for example, you couldn't be a bad guy in Veilguard. What the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean you can't be a bad guy in Veilguard? That is so stupid. You know, it's like if you're going to have an RPG that is going to be something where you're supposed to be on your own like story and shape the world that you're in or whatever. It's like what do you mean I can't be a bad guy? I think that's really stupid, you know? So that was one of my biggest issues with Veilguard, the fact that you couldn't be a bad guy and no matter how much you tried, you could pick something that sounds bad, but it would just bring you back to some fake positive or just like angry positive in a way, you know? So I don't know. It's just weird. You think they're hiding secrets? Well, they're obviously hiding secrets. They're not going to show their entire hand here. Tiger King says that for $1.89, I despise these hideous NPCs. They offend my eyes. Well, I mean, they're definitely not super attractive NPCs. That's for sure. Let's continue.
And morality is central to our game too, but we have a slightly different take on it.
Pick the fucking chicken. Yes. Yes.
For us, morality isn't black and white.
Pick it again.
There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective. No two people see things exactly the same way. And that's how it works in our game too.
Everything you do earns you a reputation. And every person in Albion will have a different reaction to you as a result.
Hello there.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember.
Your reputation, rich tycoon. They think you're a rich twat. That's awesome. I like that. That's the reaction I want. Yes, I'm gonna aim for that. If I play this game, or I should say, when I play this game, I'm gonna aim to be a rich tycoon, and I want them to think I'm a rich twat. Yes, that's what I want. I want that kind of response when I talk to every NPC. Yes, absolutely.
Remember things you did directly to them. They'll love you or hate you for the choices you make, and they will always tell you why. Although, usually from a safe distance.
Our game will never judge you, but the people of Albion will, loudly.
Imbecile.
Your reputation is
an
created by
imbecile,
the
that's right.
choices you make, and you are going to make a lot of them. Big choices, little choices, moral choices, and some choices that will actually change the landscape of Albion for the rest of your game. We call this idea, your choices change the world. Let's give you an example.
Early in the game, you'll meet a character named Dave, an egotistical gardener in a rural village who discovers a magical growth formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant and becomes a big problem. It'll be your job to deal with him, and ultimately will be your choice whether to kill him or to spare him. If you kill him, his giant corpse will lie on the farmland just outside of town for the rest of the game.
And that is going to affect house prices. It will also affect what a lot of the villagers think about you.
Especially Dave's sister. In Fable, the choices you make will define you. What does being a hero mean to you?
Bro, that is insane. That is insane. So if you kill him, he crashes on the mountains, and that's going to affect the housing prices nearby. That's kind of cool. I like that. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a little bit cooking. Brush your teeth, bro. Hey, leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. He likes his soda or something. I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, you keep the corpse around forever, I guess. I guess it's the big corpse.
Games, we've built a pedigree for beautiful, immersive, open-world experiences. Yes, they've typically involved sports cars, but this is a passion project for all of us here. Every member of this team, which we've built from scratch, has two key things in common: a deep love for the franchise and a burning desire to bring it back. We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before. It's been great to finally tell you a little about the game we're making.
Listen, I am a big fan. You guys know I'm a big fan of RPGs. I like my RPGs to have options. More options, the better. Even if it's not options that I'm going to take part in. If I get an RPG, I want my actions to have consequences. I want to be able to play a good guy, bad guy, whatever. I want to be able to do all those things. And if I am missing out on any of that, then I feel very limited. It seems like this game is going to give you those options. But again, this is all talk right now. This is literally all talk. They're showing some good stuff for sure. But again, they're only showing the stuff that they know people want to see and what's going to make them look good. I think the biggest change here is the character creator. That's what I think. Tiger King says, I don't like any options. I don't want any of those things. Well, then don't play an RPG. I really don't know what to tell you. Unless it's going to be, you could play a single player game that doesn't give you any RPG elements. It just gives you a straightforward story. Those are good too. This is all talk, no action. I wouldn't say it's no action. It's just this highly scripted action, right? So it's basically showing you what they want to show you. You're never really going to know until you get your hands on it. But is this game going to be on Game Pass? I'm curious. I imagine it's going to be, right?
There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our launch. I'm excited to tell you today that Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn 2026. From all of us here, thanks for watching.
Oh, it's coming out autumn. Yep, Game Pass, autumn 2026. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this showcase cooked pretty good, man. I don't know what the fuck that last one was with the whole kiln thing. I'm still kind of up in the air with that. I think that was like, I don't think I'll be playing that. But Forza Horizon, Beast of Reincarnation, and Fable, I will definitely be playing those games and reviewing them for sure, 100%. Yeah, exactly. There's no exact date, so that means that they're probably going to end up delaying the fucking game, right? I got to imagine they're probably going to end up delaying it at some point. Like, if you're really adding all these features into the game, you're most likely going to delay the game. However, you also got to keep in mind, these people have been working on this game for fucking years, bro. They've been working on this game for a long time. So how much more are you going to possibly delay this game? You know, this is a very selected and curated showcasing at its finest. Don't forget, this game got massive backlash. Of course, they're going to play it safe. Also, every company does this for game. Yeah, I know that. No, Jeremy, I'm not. I want people to understand, like, it did look good. I'm going to call a spade a spade. It looked good from what I saw. But you also, like I said, you have to acknowledge this is very scripted, right? This is all very scripted. I think the performance is probably the biggest issue for me, because if you're lagging in your showcase, if you're lagging in your trailer and you're barely holding on to 30 FPS, that's a little bit worrisome. You know, it's a little worrisome for me. But, you know, it's obviously very scripted. It's going to show the best of the best. That's what a showcase is for. They're not going to show their negative sides, you know? Yeah, I think that, again, for what we saw, I think it looks a lot better than what we saw before. There's no doubt about it. The character creator, even if it's simple, gives you the option to avoid that ugly fucking whatever that was character that they, that they put on the box art or whatever. And I definitely think it gives you the options that most people are going to be happy with. But I still would like to see more. I don't know if we're going to, and if we do, it's probably going to be right before release, right? But I do think they added the character creator as a band-aid. I think they absolutely did not have that in their repertoire, at the beginning. I think they absolutely wanted to go with that character as the main character, because the way they showed her, the way they interwove her in the story in the beginning, showed me that it was supposed to be about her, and then they kind of just turned it around and said, "Hey, by the way, we have a character creator." So I don't know. I think that's a little bit odd. But aside from that, I'll take a simple character creator over 0 options whatsoever, especially if it means I get away from that ugly looking chick. Was that it for the showcase? Or they got something else? I don't need to see this. Is this them trying to pretend like they're all friendly and stuff? Okay, whatever. Anyway. All right, let's exit out of this.